Always a pleasure to see you, Colonel.
I'm honored, General.
It's our privilege entirely. Well, quite a neat little spot you have here.
Reserved comment on the neatness, sir, but it is little. Pretty shy on seating accommodations, though.
More than enough for me. I never got the habit of sitting. Like to be on my feet. Keep on the move.
I can vouch for that, Colonel. I can hardly get the general behind a desk long enough to sign an order.
Well, that's the way I am, you know, Dax. I can't understand these armchair officers. Fellas trying to fight a war from behind a desk, waving papers at the enemy, worrying about whether a mouse is going to run up their pants leg.
I don't know, General. If I had the choice between mice and Mausers, I think I'd take the mice every time.
You'll never make me believe that, Colonel. Seriously, though, if a man's a ninny, let him put on a dress and hide under the bed. But if he wants to be a soldier, then by heavens, he's got to be one. He's got to fight. He can't do that unless he's where the fighting is. That's my credo.
I think I have to agree with you, presenting your case so convincingly, sir.
And you never failed to live up to it, sir.
I imagine you'd like to look around, wouldn't you?
Yes, Colonel.
Oh, here's something to see. The anthill. About as good a view as you can get without actually being there.
Well, that won't be long now, will it? Yeah. Well, I've seen much more formidable objectives. Much, much worse. Yeah. Not something we can grab and run away with, but certainly pregnable.
Sounds kind of odd, though, doesn't it?
Why?
Well, like something to do with giving birth.
Oh, yes, quite. You're right on your toes this morning, Colonel. Even sharper than usual. But we mustn't forget the Colonel was perhaps the foremost criminal lawyer in all France.
Of course, General.
Gentlemen, you're both much too kind.
Tell me, Colonel, how did your relief come off last night?
We drew some artillery. 29 casualties, sir.
Yes, noticed it on the road in. Utterly inexcusable. Stupid. All swarmed together like a bunch of flies, just waiting for someone to swat them.
Well, they never learn, it seems. They get in a tight spot under heavy fire. Gang up every time. Herd instinct, I suppose. Kind of a lower animal sort of thing.
Kind of a human sort of thing, it seems to me. Or don't you make a distinction between the two, Major?
Oh, well, yes. Very regrettable, of course. Very, yes, indeed. Major, would you be kind enough to excuse us for a few minutes?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Well, Colonel, what do you think of it?
What do I think of what, sir?
The anthill. Colonel, your regiment is going to take the anthill tomorrow.
You know the condition of my men, sir.
Oh, naturally, men are going to have to be killed. Possibly a lot of them. They absorb bullets and shrapnel. And by doing so, make it possible for others to get through.
What support will we have?
I have none to give you.
What sort of casualties do you anticipate, sir?
Say 5% killed by our own barrage. It's a very generous allowance. 10% more in getting through no man's land, and 20% more getting through the wire. That leaves 65%, with the worst part of the job over. Let's say another 25% in actually taking the anthill. We're still left with a force more than adequate to hold it.
General, you're saying that more than half my men will be killed.
Yes, it's a terrible price to pay, Colonel. But we will have the anthill.
But will we, sir?
I'm depending on you, Colonel. All France is depending on you. Am I amusing you, Colonel?
Not a bull, General. I don't need a flag waved in front of me to get me to charge.
I don't think I like your comparison of the flag of France to a bullfighter's cape.
I meant nothing disrespectful to the flag of France, sir.
Patriotism may be old-fashioned, but show me a patriot and I'll show you an honest man.
Well, not everyone has always thought so. Samuel Johnson had something else to say about patriotism.
And what was that, may I ask?
Nothing really.
What do you mean, nothing really?
Well, sir, nothing really important.
Colonel, when I ask a question, it's always important. Now, who is this man?
Samuel Johnson, sir.
All right, now, what did he have to say about patriotism?
He said it was the last refuge of a scoundrel, sir. I'm sorry. I meant nothing personal.
You're tired, Dax. You're very tired. It's you who are exhausted, not your men. And it's my fault. I've given you one impossible task after another. You need rest. You need it badly. And you never would either. Therefore, you're not going to have any say-so about it, Colonel. As from right now, I'm ordering you on indefinite furlough.
General, you can't take me away from my men. You can't do that to me, sir.
Not to you, Dax. For you. For your good and for the good of your men.
The good of my men, sir.
If a commanding officer lacks confidence, what can we expect of his men? Naturally, I don't want to relieve you, but I must have your enthusiastic support. Not once have you said that your men can take the anthill.
We'll take the anthill. If any soldiers in the world can take it, we'll take the anthill.